Hey everybody, Coach Will here, and we've got a little bit of a HIIT workout for you guys today. So this is going to be composed of part one being 7 rounds. For each round, you're going to be using descending repetitions. So that's going to be starting with round number 1. You're going to be doing 21 repetitions. Round number 2 is going to be 18. Round number 3 is going to be 15, and you're going to work your way down by 3 increments all the way to the 7th round, which is going to be 3 repetitions. Now, at these rounds, you're going to be doing 4 exercises. You're going to be doing the mountain climber, the renegade row, the squat or squat jumps, and then the 4th exercise is going to be the inchworms. Now, anytime you're going to be doing a unilateral exercise or an exercise that can be done on one side and then the other, like the mountain climbers, you're going to be doubling up reps. So that would be that first round being 21 repetitions each side of the mountain climbers, the renegade row, etc., etc. Cool? Now, to go through that quickly, I'm going to quickly demo the exercises. What I would recommend is between each round, I would rest for 60 seconds at least, and then go on to the next round. The first 3 rounds for 21 repetitions, 18 repetitions, and 15 repetitions, that can be done as a chipper. So you can actually chip away the repetitions or chip away at the exercises. You don't need to do all 21 repetitions in one point before you go on to the next exercise. And that way you can be increasing the level of weight that you happen to be using if you are using weight. Now, if you don't want to chip away at it, that's completely fine. So showing the 4 exercises, we've got mountain climbers. Stable position, I'm going to focus on pressing my upper body away from the ground, driving my knee up towards the chest, keeping my hips in one position, control back to start position. You can choose to go into a running posture or choose to focus on just high knees as you transition over. Both are completely fine for this one. Second movement is going to be the renegade row. You're going to need a little bit of weight for this one. Now, I'm going to assume a plank position, either from the toes or the knees. From here, I'm going to stabilize it, so I like to take a little bit of a wider stance, that shoulder width apart. You're going to grab on your weight, row up, planting on that stance arm. Repeat back down to the opposite side being the stabilizing arm. Grab, pull up, drop down, repeat and switch. Now again, this is going to be 21 repetitions. That first one, making sure you get those controlled switches. The third exercise is going to be the squat jumps, or conditional or the conventional squat. Now again, like I said, if you are going to be doing squat jumps, control drop down, big drive, making sure that you're having that soft landing, controlling as you land so you don't jar the knees. Otherwise, you can stick with the squat position, knees tracking in line with the toes, going for any of the squat variants that you prefer based on the equipment that you have. 4th and final exercise within this part is going to be the inchworms. So we're going to work our hinge position. From here, I'm going to hinge through the hips, bend through the knees slightly, reach down to the ground, and then I'm going to walk out into a plank position, walk back to standing position, and that would be 1 rep. So 21 of those. It means you're going to be ending up in that plank position once you're done, ready to go again for round number 2, 18 repetitions. Now, like I say, after all 7 rounds, you get a chance to rest. We go into the second part. Part 2 is going to be 3 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of recovery of 3 exercises. Down on the ground, we're going to work on some core. So 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off of toe touches, pushing low back into the ground, toes up to the sky. From here, I'm going to be lifting shoulder blades off the ground, controlling back down to start position, repeat. Now don't worry if you can't touch your toes. That's fine, just focus on lifting the shoulder blades up, controlling back down to start position, repeat for 20 seconds of work, followed by 20 seconds of recovery. You're then going to go on to plank shoulder touches, plank position, either from the knees or from the toes. I'm going to be reaching my left arm across my chest, touching on the right shoulder, back down to start, keeping the hips even, opposite side. Again, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. The final exercise you get to go into is going to be Superman. So you want to be lying flat on the ground for this one. From here, I'm going to turn this into pulses. So rather than a Superman hold, I'm going to think about lifting my chest off the ground and then control back down to start position. Pausing at the top position for about 3 seconds and then dropping down. Nice and controlled the entire time, relaxing through the glutes, getting that controlled lift. You can also go overhead if you have the shoulder mobility, but if there's any discomfort in through the shoulders or you really crane through that neck, just focus on elbows in that W position. Now, after that, you would repeat that through for 2 more rounds for a total of 3 rounds. Make sure you have a good cool down, and that would be our HIIT session for today. All right, so everybody stay safe, have fun. We're all in this together. Thanks.